So let's say it is now 9:45 p.m. It means I have very few minutes, like 15 minutes to do this live stream. We will start by looking at our first story. It's from New York. We are being told that 35% of New York City residents have recently considered leaving the city. And one of the main reasons which will make you to leave a city is unemployment, or if there are other negative environmental effects in that city, or crime rates. But for the case of New York City residents, they want to leave the city because of what we call high cost of living, which has happened in the last 4 months. And this has been brought about by COVID-19. COVID-19 is the main problem that has made people, like 80% of all those people earning more than $10,000 per annum, they want to leave the city of New York. This is according to a study by Siena College. 2/3, or 69% of those who were interviewed are, I quote them, not confident that New York City will come back to normal life anytime soon. Residents of Staten Island are especially pessimistic. When we say pessimistic, we mean people who are not looking at the brighter side of life. When you are pessimistic, you are thinking of the worst. The worst will happen. That is being pessimistic. For example, New Yorkers who are thinking that the city will never come back or will not come back soon to its normalcy. Those are people we are referring to as pessimistic. And most of those were in Staten Island when the research was being conducted. 89% of those who were interviewed are not confident in a timely return to normalcy. Elsewhere, Governor Cuomo is the governor of New York. He was saying that if people come back, New Yorkers come back, he can even cook for them. He will buy tea and food for them. But now the most interesting thing is saying that he will cook for them if they come back. I don't think Governor Cuomo has a capacity to do that. He won't. Governor Cuomo has no capacity to cook for anyone. Let us see the video which we are talking about here.
We live in strange times. The housing bubble burst, rise of China, and the rise of any.
People left because of COVID, because at one time we were the COVID hotspot. People left the city. We know people leaving the city for their homes in the Hamptons or Hudson Valley, young people going back to wherever they grew up, Chicago, etc. We have to get them back. We know complicating that is going to be this economic transformation that is happening, where people are now working from home and they're reevaluating their basic business modality. They're doing that all across the country. Maybe I don't have to go back. Maybe I can keep half my workforce home. That's happening everywhere. We know you also have, happening at the same time, an increase in crime. You had the incidents of looting. For people who are in this city now, they will say the homeless problem is worse. The graffiti problem is worse. So you have all these elements happening at the same time. And it is not a good combination.
So basically, Governor Cuomo of New York was asking people to come back from wherever they had gone. And he knew that even they might be paying less in income taxes than New York elsewhere, so they might not come back, which is true. even me, I would come back to where I'm going to pay more in income taxes. But the New York City mayor was saying they won't reduce taxes, nothing. They will in fact increase taxes. Anyway, those two contradicting issues by the governor and the mayor, they usually happen, especially when the two are not doing well or are not in good terms. Let us look at the modern income tax history in United States. Started back in 1913 when income tax was being charged at 1% rate. But this has increased in most countries, including even in the US, especially when in 1918 it was increased to 77% to finance the World War I. That is how it happens. Here in Kenya, we are also crying because for those who are employed in the formal sector, they say they pay a lot of taxes. They pay plenty of taxes, especially income tax. It takes a huge chunk of your salary. So elsewhere, moving on, a research was conducted, and it indicated that the chances or the likelihood of a person getting infected by COVID-19 while traveling on a plane is very slim. One professor of MIT has even said that the chances is 1 in 500,000 people. A number of experiments or research has been done. For example, there was 328 passengers who were traveling from the US to Taiwan, and the plane was revealed later that it was carrying 12 passengers who were asymptomatic at the time. Everyone was tested for COVID-19, and all passengers tested negative, and as well as the crew. So it's only those 12 who were symptomatic who tested positive. So this shows that 100% of the passengers never got infected with COVID-19. We aren't saying that you cannot contract or you cannot be infected by COVID-19, but the chances are slim. Reasons have been given by experts why, when you are boarding a plane to travel to another place or destination, you can't really, the chances of you getting infected are slim. One, the CNN has published an article indicating that, I quote, the air in modern aircraft cabins is replaced with fresh air every 2 or 3 minutes, and most planes are fitted with air filters designed to trap 99.99% of particles, end of quote. What does this mean? That inside the plane, every 2 to 3 minutes there is fresh air coming in. So if you are let us say if you are infected with COVID-19, you breathe into the air, then after 3 minutes before it travels around the plane, it is taken out and fresh air is pumped in. So that is one of the reasons why you cannot get infected with COVID-19 when you are traveling in a plane. The second reason is that passengers and crew are required to wear face masks, and they are screened more often. Cabins are thoroughly cleaned, and there is limited movement around in the planes. That is reason number 2. Reason number 3, Professor Arnold Burnett of MIT conducted a research while he was reviewing benefits of what we call, in quotes, middle empty seat policy. Middle empty seat policy, where you sit in a plane, there are 3 seats. You sit on both sides, then in the middle someone does not sit there, just to allow social distancing. He was just reviewing the benefits of that policy. Then he made some very important findings. He discovered that the odds in statistics means the chances or the likelihood of a passenger catching COVID-19 on during a flight and dying from the virus are less than 1 in 500,000 people. So you can see the chances are very slim. Further, experts recommended that when you are wearing a face mask as you travel using airlines, you should always wear, on top of that face mask, you should wear a face shield. A face shield is very important. I don't know what most airlines have as part of the measures to prevent COVID-19. We will look at that in a moment. Qatar Airways was one of those airline companies which introduced or made it compulsory for passengers to wear face shields and a face mask. And the Qatar Airways even provides those face masks. So airlines must take precautions to make sure that passengers are well protected from COVID-19, or they are prevented from transmitting the virus to other passengers. And those are some of the reasons. So now we will just review some of the airlines that we know of, especially here in Africa. We try to find out what is it that they are doing to prevent COVID-19 from spreading. I don't know what they are doing, but I guess they are taking some precautions as they resume the flights. Let me see. I have 3 minutes, so I don't know. This is Ethiopian Airlines. Okay. Baggage check-in reporting time. Okay. We have this COVID-19. I want to find out what they are trying to do. The safety pandemic Ethiopia confinement efforts. Okay, maybe this might have something. The confinement efforts. Okay. Okay. First, find booking. Find. Okay. Maybe I should show you what I'm looking at right now, so that we look at it together. Probably you might see something. This is Ethiopian Airlines, a member of the Star Alliance. Okay, updates on COVID-19. How come they have this one here? No, but they have nothing, no update at all. Because from the website, I should be able to tell what are some of the precautions that the airline is taking to ensure that passengers travel safely. You have to travel safely. Is there anything this book offers? Information, services. Okay. Or we just, okay. Access, disabled passengers and accompanied minors. Check-in at the airport. Okay. Looks like information is not easy to come by on COVID-19 regulations. Let's try the Kenya Airways, which resumed flights to a number of destinations. Let's see whether they have some serious okay, this is Kenya Airways. Okay. Nairobi to Addis Ababa is 51,000 shillings. This is a return ticket, I guess. Okay. Health and travel requirements. Good. It is here. Okay. We will find something. Okay. So there is okay. You need a passport. Okay. Is there anything on COVID really? Oh no. So it is very difficult, by the way, to know what precautions you need to take while traveling by checking online on their websites. Okay, duty-free items, car rentals, book hotels, upgrade flight. Is there anything really on COVID? Maybe a search COVID here. Where's the search button? Okay. Yeah. COVID-19. We see what they have. It is 22 on the dot, 22 hours on the dot. So that's where we are. We should be bringing to an end this live stream. Okay, I don't see anything on COVID-19, but it's okay. When we come across anything which is substantial, we will let you know in future updates or future streams. These are just general information anyway, but I guess there are those regulations provided by government on before you embark on a flight, what you should do. Okay, up to that point, thank you very much for tuning in to Kerosi TV live stream. So now we end our live stream there until tomorrow. Make sure you log in to our YouTube channel every time, and every evening if you do come here on YouTube, you will be able to see some of the issues that we are highlighting on this YouTube channel. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like, share and comment on our YouTube videos. We really appreciate your support. See you around.